I'm back. Welcome back to my channel. I've been gone for 3 weeks. Posted videos, but not like current videos that are pre-recorded or recorded like on my trip. But now I'm back. I'm back from my trip. It was a trip of a lifetime and I'm going to tell you about it. So here is what happened. So pretty much the only thing I've been talking about for about 3 weeks now has been this trip. And I took it, and it was the most amazing thing of my entire life. I vlogged as much of the trip as I could, but ended up just getting a lot of driving. I drove a lot. So that's pretty much all I got. I traveled 9.5 hours every other day, so yeah. I drove from North Carolina to Wisconsin to go to a music festival called Eau Claire. Bon Iver put on the festival, and it was the coolest thing of my entire life. But you'll see a lot of that later. But for right now, this was my drive. My first stop was Indiana, which was 9.5 hours, and I did it all in one day. Okay, so you get it. I drove a lot, I went through the rain, I did everything that you could possibly have happen to you on a road trip. But I did eventually get to my cousin's house, and we filmed a video, the link will be in the description, whatever, and it was a huge accomplishment for me. The first night, my brother sent me this. So, shout out to my brother, thanks Zach, now you care about me, that's great. But the next day, I was back on my adventure again. But don't worry, you don't have to watch me driving anymore. I'm there. 7 hours and 15 minutes later, I'm in Eau Claire, and I did it, and wow. I get to my friend Whitney's house, and the next day is the first day of the festival. That night, we went to Target and bought a lot of junk food, and it was a great experience. The next morning, my friends picked me up, and we were ready to get started. We had to go to the campsite and set up, and then we headed to the festival. We got to the campsite, and it instantly started pouring, of course. This is Leah. She is my old friend, and she's one of the girls who invited me to go in the first place. She is, by far, one of the coolest people I know. This is Grace. I met her on the trip. She was Leah's roommate, and now we're best friends. So, that's super cool. That I got to meet her, and we were friends for 3 days, and we're now best friends. So, after setting up the tent in the rain, we moved on to the festival. The festival was so cool. There were the coolest people, the coolest things were happening. I met up with some of my old friends, and it was the best thing ever. So, I'm going to show you some of my favorite artists that were at the festival, so here you go. This is the first year Wisconsin has put on this festival, and 22,000 people bought tickets. I met up with some old friends and met some new friends, and it was the most incredible experience, and I would never change it for anything. After the festival, I had a couple of days in Wisconsin to just visit some of my old friends. The theater I used to volunteer at was putting on West Side Story for the summer show, and I got to see it. So that was really cool to go back and get to see something that I used to be part of. After the show, I got to go back to my friend Whitney's house, where I was staying for the week, and we filmed a video. The link is in the description. It was, not pleasant at all. Nothing was pleasant about it. All that video did was prove that I'm pretty much a terrible friend, so if you want to go watch it, it's in the description. Hopefully you can enjoy and comment and like and do all those things. Okay, thanks, bye. So my last night there, I slept over at their house again, and we had a little slumber party, and it was super fun, and then I was on my way back to Indiana.
For 3 weeks, I almost drowned. Finally,
I got to visit with my cousins for a couple more days, and then we were going to caravan back to my house for my family reunion. So me and my cousin, one singular, went to a wedding, and it was kind of sad, not that good, to be completely honest. But it was an experience, and it was cool. So I was on my way back to my house. Except instead of driving by myself for 9.5 hours, I got to drive with my 2 wonderful cousins who weren't annoying or irritating at all. So the trip was actually really fun and really pretty on the way back. Driving through West Virginia was super cool, and it was cool to experience that with my cousins, who are actually really amazing girls and super fun and super cool, and I miss them already, and they're gone, and I miss them, and I love them, and okay. So after I got home, I was reunited with some of my long-distance family that I haven't seen in years and years and years. Spent most of the time with the cousins that I spent the trip with, but we don't need to talk about that. But we got to visit, and we got to see everybody, and it was actually really fun. We were all at my house, so I was, like, comfortable, and we took some really cute selfies, and hopefully you guys got to feel like you went on this trip with me, because it was super, super, super life-changing and cool. So, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, obviously, blah, 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 whatever. And if that doesn't get you to like or subscribe, you sat through a 7-minute video of me talking about my trip that you didn't even go on, so that's cool. So thank you, and I love you all, and you're beautiful, and I'm gonna leave you with this video of my cousins wiping out of a tube, which I think is hilarious, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye!
Oh shit!
They're all waxing my legs. That's it. That's what we're doing.